guys, Tanya here. We are going to do another art journal page. Yay, art journal page. And I want to use Dylusions. So I just got these new stamps from Dylusions. Love this stamp. It's about the pandemic with the different masks on in the Dylusions fabulous style. So I want to do some collage. Like I want to make a quick background, do a little bit of use her paints and stencils, make a quick background, do a collage with a magazine. So I have just a random Vogue magazine that will maybe pick out an outfit for our little pandemic girl. And then a title. So this is another one of her, it's called Full Blown Circus, another one of her stamps for sayings. So we're gonna use Dylusions stamps, one of these faces. So what I've done is stamp these ahead of time on just a white cardstock paper with Archival Ink. So I've stamped that out. I'll fussy cut it out and see where that collage goes. I also have her new collage sheets. So she put out 2 sets of collage sheets. She kind of takes her own journal, makes a sheet where you can cut them out. So she has some borders and some really cool faces. So I may use some of that. I don't have them cut out yet, but if I get stuck without the collage, this makes a really easy collage. Right, so they come in, they're already printed out. They already have really bright colors. You can get some inspiration from her stamps. So these are like actual things from her journal. So there's that mask that she has as the stamp. There's some feet, so I may use, those are cool shoes. So she has drawn that, right? That's part of her journal. That's part of the collage. I've picked out a couple of her stencils. I don't know yet what I'm going to use. This is kind of a circle-y stencil. Her circle stencil. Another, I just grabbed some random ones. So I picked out some paints. I have Peony blush, bubblegum pink, and squeezed orange, and Tangerine Dream. I think I'm only going to use these 3. And then a black. So I'll do some frame around with black. Okay. So I'm gonna make a quick and easy background with a baby wipe. One plug for Diane. She has amazing classes. She has one day, kind of a couple of hours class, and she has a 5-day class on various topics. She has a ton of them. If you want to check her out on Etsy, she has Diane Reevely. She has amazing classes at really good prices if you want to learn some of her techniques. So learn it from the best. So learn it from her for sure. I have signed up for, I think, 90% of all of them. I haven't taken them all, but I will. But do take some time to take a look at that if you're interested in her classes. All right, so I'm going to just put some paint here. I'm gonna start with the pink here. Just a little bit of pink. I'm gonna take a baby wipe and I'm just going to put the color down. So the reason I love her paints is that they're matte and they dry really quickly and they're really thin. And they come in these cute little bottles. They're like $3 for a bottle. So they're uber cute. We have a bunch of these. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a stencil and I'm gonna use the same color with a sponge, a blending sponge. Okay, and I'm gonna take the same colors again and do, since that was like a light color, I'm just gonna take a little bit on the sponge. So I'm just taking craft mat, rubbing it, the paint on the sponge, and then I'm going to lightly cover an area of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a little background. So now I'm gonna do a frame and see how quick this is. Like, this is already dry. Like, I just love her technique. I love how she works through all that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take black. I changed my little foamy things. These you can wash. So these are foam. Ranger just came out with domed ones, so I haven't tried them out yet. But you can wash these. If you put them in water, you can wash them out. If you use a really small amount of paint, like with Dylusion stuff, you can like use them over and over and over again. Like, you don't necessarily have to wash them every time, but you can. Or you can get a set. They're fairly cheap, so you don't have to worry about. Oop, that's a lot of black. Okay, so I'm gonna take this frame, this stencil, for a frame around my picture or my background. I love this stencil. It's one of my favorite of hers. So it has all of these different, you can see all of these different kind of frames that you can do. So I think I'm gonna do I like this stitch, bone stitch, whatever that is. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna put a little bit of, just a little bit, I'm gonna rub it into here. I'm gonna hang it off the edge a little. And I'm just going to make a frame. So now I'm framed. So there's my background, I'm all framed. I'm ready for my picture. So I think that I want to use the bigger of the face, because I have a little one or a big one. So I could do two gals, but I think I'm gonna do this big one. So found my scissors. Okay, so I'm gonna cut one of these. This is a fairly big head, right? So we want to find kind of a bigger, it doesn't have to be a full on body, but I just want to look, right? Like, so we're going to look for, I don't know, just a magazine, a collage, something fun. Okay, here I am back. I looked through all the magazine. I had to not film because I was taking too long and I couldn't make up my mind. So I got this out of the collage pack that I showed you earlier. So I cut that out. This is a skirt from just a magazine, just a woman in the magazine. And then I'm going to glue it. There we go. Glue stick. So because it's so thin, this paper's so thin, you could probably use tape if you wanted to. But I like Diane Rebley. She always says like her glue stick is the best because it works, and it does. So I'm gonna use her glue stick. So I'm gonna set this like right there. And I'm gonna set this top right here. Okay. Then this head right here. Okay. So I think that we are making history. I think it's cool because we are, and then maybe just adding some journaling around to that. So I'll use this as a stamp on as a title for that. Do some pen work too. So I'm going to use the I just have a like American Craft Precision pen. It's a 0.3. You can use any gel pen if you want, any different sizes. And I'm gonna give her like an outline. So she's not just floating on this page. I'm gonna come in with my trusty white pen. You can also use like the acrylic paint pens. Those are pretty good too. With her art, it just stands out a little bit more. So to draw all that together, I'm going to use her, so these are her watercolor, or her sprays, her spray inks, put them in a little, like a water brush. Okay, so that's my page. I added my own little art to it. It's easy, kind of fast. I could put some journaling here if I want to, or not. I could just leave that here. Just something to document, and using collage, easy peasy. Okay, I hope you like this. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below about like what you like to see. If you are interested in any of the products that we have, please let me know. You could send me an email or let me know in the comments below. But keep making art because you deserve it. You take the time for you. No matter what you do, it's your art journal, and it just takes a little bit of color and a little bit of pen work, and it all makes it okay. All right, thanks for joining me. We will see you next time.